Hey, it's Rhett from Maserati Mods. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know that one of my favorite mods I've made to my GranTurismo is upgrading to a keyless remote start system. Not only because I got these two new key fobs, which have some cool new functionality to replace the single factory key fob I had before, but also just because of the convenience of not having to pull my keys out of my pocket and fish around for the key ignition hole, which is always hard for me to find. But in addition, I can now start my car remotely, and I can automatically lock it and unlock it as I walk away from the car or come to it. But one of the things I wanted to do is move the button that you use to push start the car and stop it from the ignition port um, to a new location. So if you buy the kits that we sell at MaseratiMods.com, it comes with a push button start system that looks just like this. And it's great. It works fantastic. And it's meant to go in the ignition porthole because you have to remove the factory key cylinder, and that fits right in that hole. So that works great. But I wanted to change the position of the button. All right, and this is the button that comes with the keyless remote system. Like I said, it works perfectly. It's very low profile. It's a momentary button. Now I had wanted to install this one. This button is from a Alfa Romeo. I like the size is a little bit smaller, and you're going to see where I'm going to put it and why it needs to be a little bit smaller. And so I had to open this up and mess with the circuitry to get these wires to perform as a momentary button, because it's actually not. This sends a signal to the car system, which activates the ignition process. So I had to actually open this up, and I had to modify the circuitry. So I got the wires figured out so that they would function the way I wanted to, so that when you push the button, you close the circuit. However, this particular light that's behind here, which is a very small light to light up these letters, requires 12 volts. And the 6 volts that was coming from the keyless system just wasn't lighting this up at all. So I ended up going with this button, which is a slightly larger than the Alfa Romeo, but I think it'll work just fine. And this one is another momentary switch, and these wires work out perfectly. 6 volts, which is all it needs to light this up nicely. And I'll show you where I'm planning to install this button. All right, and I've got the car kind of pulled apart right now because I'm in the process of also upgrading my head unit to the new 10-inch touchscreen, which I'm really excited about. But in any case, here's the ignition, the original factory ignition cylinder, which I had to remove that earlier to install the push button. The push button would fit about here. And like I said, this works great. I just wanted to change the position of it. And so the plan is that the new button is going to be going about here. All right. So of course that means I'm going to have to punch a hole through this, which I'm sure is a bit controversial. But it's my car. I want to do it. And so if I screw it up, I only have myself to blame. So I'll be walking you through that process. Okay, and here you can see the dash that I've pulled out. And this is the button, which I'll be putting about right here. And you can see the depth of the button. Fortunately, behind here, there's a pretty good sized void. I'd say it's about 1.5 inches of room I've got here to work with. So I'll be making the hole there, and then installing the button. One of the reasons I like this button is that the chrome surround here matches the chrome surrounds that go around these buttons. Now I don't have them installed in this, but you're going to see that in the 10-inch. I'm going to do both both projects here at the same time. And yeah, so next thing I got to do is locate the hole, which I use this as kind of a guide where I need to punch through. Okay, and here you can see where I've decided to position this. I put a small indentation here with this pick, and I'm going to go ahead and punch this through so that I have a pilot hole. All right, no turning back now. All right, and we are through. Okay, so I flipped the dash over, and you can see the pilot hole. I'm going to be using I think it's 1 1/4 inch hole saw. It ends up being pretty much perfect to create a hole just big enough for this. I am not going to go all the way through here. I'm going to be using this to outline the circle, and then I'm going to be cutting through with a razor blade just to make sure I do not damage the leather on the other side. You absolutely do not want to punch through from this side because it will just wreck the leather on the other side. So here it goes. That's probably good enough. All right, and the rest we're going to use a razor blade to get through. Okay, and if you look here, you can see where I started the hole, not punched all the way through, and then I've been working with it, just pushing my thumbs to kind of get that to show up a little bit more, and then I'm going to flip it back over and remove the underside of this without cutting the leather itself, and then I will just do an X cut on the leather so I can kind of fold that back. All right, and here you can see I have removed the plastic piece without damaging the leather at all. And take a look at what it looks like from the front. You can see, and so we'll put a X on there, push that button right on through, and here's the X cut, and now we can push the button through.
Taffy, your toy isn't new to you. It's all
right, and here you can see how it fits right into place. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. You helping out? My assistant is here helping me with this, so good. Pretty happy with that. So I'll go ahead and put the nut on the back side and secure that, make sure it's all level and lined up, and then that'll be secured in place, ready for installation. And here you can see I've secured the locking nut back here. So that's real tight, made sure everything's lined up, and this thing's ready to go. All right, you can see the final results here. You see this is what I was talking about, the surround, the chrome surround matching the surrounds on my new 10-inch head unit. I'll do another video showing you that. All right, and here you can see the finished product. So you push it once to turn on ACC. Push it again, turn that off. And to start the car, it's push and hold. We sell this push button along with the keyless remote start systems at MaseratiMods.com. I just added the dash mounted version, and in addition, we also offer the ignition button that comes standard with the kit. So check us out.